really see though.
All I can hear is the crickets.
Yeah, let's see how many people will show up. Sorry about the Dell light. Let's see.
If I turn my volume down so it
Oh, watch out, Mr. Kitty. 2 people watching. Yes. Let's see. Okay, square. Anybody showing up yet? No, just us. Share. There we go. Bam.
yeah.
Yeah. Everyone, that's the one I want. There we go. Present to everyone.
I see what you said.
Out of the way. Yeah. Seems to be going real slow, huh?
It's taken a while to catch up to where you are on the live.
Uh-huh.
Because now, right now, it just on the screen what you have. So right now, I see on the screen what you have.
I don't know. Yeah, some people showing up. You on the live? Yeah.
I just went to your logo again.
Really?
Oh, no, that. And I don't see what you see yet. I see that.
Yep, we're getting there. Gotta pick up.
There's water right there. Out of the ice.
Is there anybody in the chat?
Oh, just me.
Just you. There is a huge lag tonight on the live stream.
About 5 seconds.
Person.
Yeah, that's me.
No. One person on my spot. So I get a good signal. Hello. Let's see. Why is this going so slow?
Yeah, it's a good 30 seconds I'd say behind. Maybe 20.
Maybe it's the fan. There we go. Turn the fan off. Huh. Yeah. Are you on my channel?
Yeah.
You're on the channel.
I am on my channel. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you're
under
not?
mine, not yours.
Are you?
Yeah, did you see my comment? It says LC.
Oh, okay. Now there are people showing up. Hello, everybody. Where's my phone? Yeah.
Oh, mine's on. They found you too.
Yeah.
Found you. Our internet is slow. Here it is.
I don't know why. All my signals are strong.
There's lots of people today. There's people you know? Yeah. Me.
I wonder if there's something I can do to fix it.
Yes, my Turner's on here.
Hey, Turner. Hello.
I'm on it too, Dan.
Yeah.
Tommy vlog, everyone.
9 watches. There we go. This is going better on your phone now. So,
Iran sees their own oil, so they can stop oil tankers. Question mark? No. Hi, Max. Nomadic Diesel says hi.
Hey, everyone. Look for Tommy's vlog. That's my account.
I don't know why that's doing that. Let's see. We can go here.
Hey, Mom. The prayer when he is comment. Yeah.
There we go. Now everyone can see us for a little bit.
Not me. They can't see me. That's good. I like that. You're so cute.
How's everyone doing?
I just said yay.
Now they can see.
Oh, damn. That's how I'm chatting. I'm chatting to Tommy's vlog.
Yeah, fix the cat.
He's wrapped.
Wrapped him in the flashlight too. Come on, kid.
Look for Tommy's vlog, everybody.
All right, next there, Johnny.
There's the cat. Say hi, kitty.
Hi, Mr. Kitty. Hey, hello. Amazing TV. Yeah, it's way behind.
Okay. So what are we talking about?
Oh, everything, I guess. Oh, what's this? Is it going faster?
It seems to be catching up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oregon, white male shoots into woman's bathroom at Foster Farms.
Huh.
Derek Stark Jr. Oh, that's funny. Our cat's name is Stark. Oh, what'd I do?
You moved the mouse. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Let me see.
Okay.
So what, you want your phone
I
back?
don't care. You can do it.
Oh, read the comments. So I hope everyone's doing good tonight. 30-minute delay.
For the newest comment.
Yeah,
Hello, Lady Jane.
When she was mad at me. James, good girl. Most important part. Most important part. Okay.
you guys speak up. Can't hear. Can't hear you,
Read
Mama.
Max's comment. He's crazy.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Jane was up on the live stream earlier.
Was she?
Yeah. Welcome back. Mary R was one of the ones.
There we go.
There's
Oh,
Coco Linda
just
that was
trying to
on.
get this straightened out, everybody. It's obviously not cooperating tonight. You know, not cooperating tonight. Thank you for everybody who's shown up. Mine says only 2 people watching. Yep. That's messed up. So we're getting there. Yeah. Yeah. What are they saying in the chat?
Derek Stark told us about the guy
There we
that
go.
shot into the woman's bathroom in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's probably a Democrat that thought a female Trump supporter was discriminating against brown chickens.
Sorry about the lighting.
We all know we live off grid, right?
Most of them, yeah. Most of my subscribers know the deal. Yeah.
That's a solar light. That's about what you get with it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it though. It's carrots.
He's still sleeping.
Not really.
Needs flashlights. There we go. Needs a flashlight. A little better. Yeah. We have the generator going. I need to get some light bulbs. There we go. How's that? Where's the other flashlight?
I think it's on here. Where's the flashlight? I don't know. You look like it.
So, let's see.
I had crickets. Yeah, they are loud.
They're really loud.
When you got headphones plugged in, out.
Yeah,
I
I think they're like
warning.
sitting right next to us. Right out. They could be inside. I'm not
There's
sure.
a couple inside the shed, I think. The YouTube studio. Yeah. We actually have a YouTube studio now.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Where's the other flashlight?
I don't know.
So,
Yeah, you did a video about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What's that right there in front of you, silly?
Oh, let's see. That one.
What's the other name? Any different?
No, this one's like that. A little better. There you go. Oh, man. Yeah. 13 people, 5 thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody.
I hit it and it felt great. That was Derek Stark again. Are you guys going to Area 51 on September 20th?
No.
Nope. Are you?
No.
No matter Diesel, are you going? Ted Turner says no.
I think those people are going to get killed if they do.
C-Spot says possibly. If you go, don't be in the front.
Yeah, don't be in the
Stand
front, be in the back.
How do crickets make that noise?
They rub their legs together.
Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Isn't it because they're trying to
rub their legs
attract a
together.
girl or something?
I don't know, to be honest with you. That's what YouTube's for, but I can't look it up right now.
Storms form over that region. I'm already in the vicinity.
What storm?
So C-Spot says that he might, or she, I'm not sure, may possibly go to Area 51. He says interesting storms form over that region, and that they're already in that area. No, he's not going. He's not a lemming.
No. I'd like to go and watch all the chaos. I would. If I had the money in a vehicle, I would drive down there in a heartbeat and live stream it and watch all the chaos. And I'm just not crazy enough to go try breaking into a U.S. military base. Because I honestly think they'll shoot people. They'll shoot people. You know, when push comes to shove.
Derek says, so that Russian sub that lost 14 crew, did they save the world?
According to the news, I was watching Fox News and they were doing a piece on it. What was it, like 3-4 days after that sub was reportedly sunk, and they still didn't mention the sub that was sunk, the U.S. sub that was sunk, but they did say that they stopped them or prevented them from cutting into communication cables under the sea for the internet communications for the military. It was all military communication and internet cables running under the sea. So who knows? They might have saved the world, but
Yes, legs. Now that we know it has hit the cricket.
you guys all remember what was it? When the Democrats reported to the New York Times or the Washington Post how they cyber attacked Russia, and they said they didn't tell Trump about it. They didn't tell anybody about it. They just cyber attacked Russia and knocked out their power. And then all of a sudden, the power grid goes out in New York. We had the incident with the submarine. Power went out in Washington, D.C., didn't it? Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
There was something. What was that manhole fire and explosion? And
that
the
was
power
in
went out in Pennsylvania. So, these Democrats, they cyber attacked Russia. And then they were saying, bragging about it, which is the stupidest thing you could do. Said, oh, we didn't ask Trump for permission. We didn't tell nobody. We just cyber attacked them and knocked their electricity out. And now, every time you turn around, our electricity's going out.
Well, not ours because we don't have it.
They already know that, Mama.
So, back to the crickets for a second. They said yes, legs, but it says now that Mandela has hit the cricket, that they make the noise some other way.
Really?
Yeah. So, do you know what's the other way? Like, how do they make it? supposedly
I
now.
have no idea.
I'm gonna have to go watch a cricket now.
I'm gonna have to go watch YouTube and just find out.
So they were so upset they didn't even pay attention from that point on.
Yeah.
And then Nomadic Diesel says we shut down an Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz.
Yep. Yes, we did. We shot that down earlier today. And Trump came out, made that announcement during what was it, the U.S. flag ceremony or
I didn't watch that.
thing he had there. Yeah.
Oh, what? Seriously, crickets don't make noise with their legs anymore? Say it ain't so. Hi, Ty.
Yeah. No. We're back up and running, and hopefully we'll actually start, or at least me, start doing a real live stream type show. I'm gonna try for once a day. I don't know if we should do it in the morning, evening, or afternoon.
You guys
I'm not
let us
sure,
know
but
what you think. What's the best time of day for people after work? What?
that would help. I need input. You know, what time be best for the majority of the people? You know, eventually, I'd love to do that. I'd like to, get some money and start going to the events and rallies and live streaming them. And
Yeah, you'd be doing that on your own.
I'll get arrested a few times. So I'm gonna need bail money.
Yeah. I don't think that he could keep his mouth shut when people are like in his face screaming at him.
Yeah, grab my microphone. Yeah. I can't see my
comment.
Yeah, why don't you come over here, read the comments for a little while?
Best to do the live stream at the same time each day. Yes, Diesel, but
that's
what
the plan.
time?
That's the plan, honest. Same time. You guys like it like in the morning, before noon, afternoon, or in the evening? Trying to read the
I'm reading. You don't have anyone to. Afternoon, C-Spot says.
Afternoon.
Uh-huh.
I can do that. I can do that. This is lagging a lot.
Yeah.
Lagging a real lot.
It's really hot here. I just want to see you sweat.
Oh, maybe.
After second breakfast.
After second breakfast, I love that.
Second breakfast. I
Yeah,
don't.
everybody gets a second breakfast. Yeah. Why don't you sit in the chair? I'm gonna go over to the.
I want to be that close to the.
Yeah, go ahead. Sit in the big chair. Get used to this. And then maybe I can go in the afternoon or the morning, and you can do the evening.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm just the one that drives them crazy.
Camera's up there.
Evening is cool, so.
So one of us can do.
Afternoon or nighttime, says Lady Jane. So what's with the clean shaven look?
I do that from time to time.
Once in a while, he cleans up for me. I heard SpongeBob SquarePants is gay. I think I knew that the whole time. So the comments, they're here on your phone too.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun,
Pick a phone you want. Turn yours off if you want.
Yeah, you can pick mine.
I'll take you. Mama needs to learn how to do this so she can do the live streams too.
I want my own.
Yeah, well,
Max wants his own live streams.
I want my own YouTube channel. want it to be controlled by anyone except for me.
You reading the live stream?
Yeah, it says only male crickets, not chickens. Only male crickets chirp. A large vein running along the bottom of each wing has teeth, in quotes, very much like a comb does, and the chirping sound is created by running the top of one along wing along the teeth of the other. No. Square Bob Sponge Pants. Oh, so it was always a myth tie? They never rubbed their legs together? It was always their wings? Anyway, I think there's still something to the Mandela effect. I definitely remember things differently, so. SpongeBob is psychotic. Do anything to put through.
That voice.
Poor Squidward. Always was their legs. Yeah, that's what we all remember.
So I think when I set this up, I'm gonna have to put the phones in a place so
where we can, yeah.
well you can see them, so you actually look.
So yeah, you're not looking down all the time. We'll get it together, guys. We're still testing. This one should have been labeled testing too.
Yeah, this is actually trying to do legitness.
Derek says Assange is in witness protection and says he did receive information from Seth Rich. Clintons have storm coming from both ends with Epstein. Hope so. Hope so. It would be about time.
Wasn't it Seth Rich who just got killed?
Not just. That was like during the election time. He was the DNC guy that got killed. Remember they said a robbery, but they didn't even take his wallet or anything?
Right.
Yeah. And he was shot execution style.
I wonder if I turn your hotspot off.
Yeah, if maybe it'll work.
No.
Oh, come on. Kid.
I'll put it on for a few more minutes, but it's going off. You got school again tomorrow anyways. It's 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Lady Jane. Yeah, we love the sound of crickets, and we always thought it was their legs, for sure. So if that's changed, well, it's like a lot of other things in the Mandela world. Hi, Max.
I have finally towered over you.
You'll tower over me soon enough. Did you want to say hi?
I already did.
No, you said hi to me. What are you doing behind my head?
Yeah,
I said, like I said, kids. It is still kind of lagging though.
Yeah, big time. Too much. Too much lag. Doesn't sound to be coming distorted though. The only way we're gonna figure it out is by doing the live stream.
So I don't know if anybody heard this, but what was it? Russian Insight, I think is the name of the channel, and basically they just show like the TV channel from Russia, and they put English subtitles in it so that you know what they're saying. And I was watching it about maybe a week and a half ago, right around whenever the sub thing happened, and Putin was their reporter was saying that Putin said that if there's any kind of retaliation or anything, any missiles or anything go off, that they would no longer be retaliating against our allies, the places where we house these missiles, like Poland and stuff like that. They would actually be going after the decision-making centers, which are, and they showed a map on their news feed of the United States and showed several locations in the United States where they feel the decision-making places are, like Camp David and a couple other military bases, a few on the East Coast and a few on the West Coast. And those would be the places that they would target with their missiles if we should launch any towards Iran or anything like that. So he's got just as strong reactions as some of the other people around the world towards, you know, what decisions we might make in terms of defending ourselves when it comes to Iran. So it's kind of iffy on this taking down their drones, you know, stuff like that. It's not necessarily something that we really want to get into, I don't think, personally. But Putin seems to be, he said his country's security is not negotiable, basically. So you guys can look at it for yourselves if you're interested. They're called Russian Insight. They put them up all the time. There's no commentary. It's just their news with English subtitles so you can see what the Russian people are being told. It's interesting. Hi, Matt. It's going okay. Yeah.
They do have all the major bases in Europe already. Yeah? Targeted. They're locked and loaded. They're ready to go. Yeah. After tonight, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get us into war too. And not just war with other countries, but war with each other. Yeah, thank you, Diesel. We know it's not sure what to do about it, but we know it's not working great. It's definitely behind on our end. Thanks, Matt. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Joseph, K5 Blazer. Haha, we've talked to him before, haven't we? We've talked to you before, huh, Joseph? Nice to hear from you again.
We sold our Blazer.
Yeah.
We sold Big Blue. Big Blue's gone.
Yeah, we had to sell him. I lost my job. That's a new thing. I don't know if anybody knows that.
No,
I didn't know if you mentioned it. I don't know what you talk about.
about 5G cell towers. None around us, thank God.
I hope so. I hope I'll get a better one. I'm kind of enjoying not working. Not working and being with the family has been really great. Been able to do a lot of things like make a YouTube studio, so that's good. That hurricane they made in Georgia, sent it to the Gulf and brought it back or whatever, they were loving their madness. They're always loving their madness they're creating. I heard that they were supposed to get like 28 inches of rain, but I don't know if that came to fruition. There is a lot of stuff going on in the news, but none of which you can believe, so that's always interesting. I don't know about that, Derek, but hopefully that would be great. And I could be home a lot.
Hopefully.
We have them out here in Arizona, Taz, ever since they put one on my.
5G.
Oh, 5G's awful, and they know it. So there's another way that they're going to try to destroy us.
Microwave.
It wasn't a robot. No, it was a liberal takeover.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. My the place that I work was bought out by a former Democratic senator who shall remain unnamed. And
In Australia, in Alaska.
yeah, they were the senator in 2013. If you're interested.
So he didn't mention his name.
No, no names. But they took over and they hired a person that was 19 years old to run both the business that I was working at and another business in the town here. And she just couldn't handle it all and treated me very, very disrespectfully, and I didn't allow it. And it was kind of, if she said, if I have to find a replacement for you, then it'll be permanent. And I said, okay, well, you have to find a replacement. So she said that I quit. I say they fired me.
That's because I was sick.
Yeah, Tommy was really sick, and I thought maybe he would have to go to the ER, and I certainly wasn't going to leave him up here with the kids. Family first. And so after that, I never heard from anybody. Nobody ever called, nobody ever anything, and not even just a couple of days later, she quit. So, whatever. I do believe everything happens for a reason, so.
You read those?
Hi, Mama. So where did they send our 2,000 Marines to? Mama Sherry wants to know.
Well, they've been sending them all over the place. I'm not exactly sure myself, but I know they've sent tons of troops over towards the Middle East and sent tons of troops over towards China. And
Derek says 5G is China face recognition for quantum computer AI, period. Probably.
Yeah, I heard that. Didn't someone just do a video on that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't make any sense because why would you go backwards? We have all these towers in place and they go for miles and miles, and now you're going to put something in that it can't even. They put a lot. I don't know if it's true or not, but they said that it can't even go through like the leaves of the trees, and they cut down trees on this whole street. And somebody else said that that's a lie. They cut down the trees so that you wouldn't see the damage that was being done to the trees because of the 5G. Either way, they have to put these things so close together, and that's a step backwards, if you ask me. So clearly they have an agenda, and they're willing to spend an awful lot of money on it. So it's got to give them something.
And it's not going to be good for us either way.
They are just trying to get closer to HARP.
No.
Matt wants to know, is martial law going to happen before they do anything, before something happens?
No, I think they'll wait. They'll wait. They'll wait to do martial law. That'll be. They don't want to spook people, and they will. They'll spook people if they move too fast, too quick. Look at Puerto Rico.
So before the dog distracted you, Mama, what did you find out about our Marines? And trees are great. We definitely need them, and they're cutting them down. That light is attracting bugs. They keep flying with their face. Not for citizens. Wasn't there another video we watched that they put a 5G tower on the firehouse and all the firemen got sick?
Yeah, that was in California.
So they've proven it. They know it makes us sick, and they're still doing it anyway. So any politician or anyone out there that's promoting it, and I don't care who they are, they need to be definitely questioned on what their motives are. Mind meld, yeah. I think they will too. I think that might be part of it. The strange thing is the day that I called in to work because Tommy was sick and I wasn't sure if I was going to take him to the ER. He was having terrible headaches and his heart felt funny, and that's why I wasn't sure about the ER. That whole weekend he was sick, and come to find out, a couple days later, he'd spoken to a few other people that he knew. Friend of ours, neighbor up here, he said he never gets headaches, and he had a terrible headache that weekend. And somebody else that he knows that lives all the way in Nevada also wasn't feeling good that weekend. It was Memorial Day weekend, so anybody else who happened to be sick on Memorial Day weekend, maybe it's frequencies. Maybe they're practicing their mind melding abilities. Yeah, Matt, we like JWTV too. Good night to you. Lady Jane says 5G not good. I don't remember where I read source from. There is 5G tower next to school children ended up to have cancer or complications, and they had to take the tower down. Well, at least they took it down. Do you remember? I think I heard about that too. I don't remember either where it was from. We hear a lot of things, so it's hard to know. It's hard to keep it all straight. From weather events to war type events to people getting beat up for having opinions to wearing hats or shirts. Yeah, I mean, it's craziness out there. It's absolute craziness.
How'd you guys like those dingbats that ripped down the American flag at the ICE office?
And put up the Mexican flag. And put up the Mexican flag. Or all this crap about telling somebody to go back, right? To go back where you came from. If you don't like it, go back. Is this racist? What do you guys think?
No, it's not racist.
Yeah, well, I already told you what I thought.
No way.
Hallelujah, the stream works. Hi, Shane. Grease that cricket. If I only knew where he was. I can hear him, but I can't find him.
I think there's one in here.
Yeah, or it might just be right outside this window because it's close. Thank you, Shane. We appreciate it. We love you all too. We're so glad that anybody even pays attention to us. That's a miracle, right?
A little lag.
They should have been yanked out of our country for being so disrespectful. I agree with you, Mama. I do.
They're traitors. They're traitors. They're treasonous. You're going to sit there and badmouth the country that you came to because your country sucked and then destroy it.
Right. Right. From within, right? Yeah. Get in the government and destroy it from within. And tell us that we're wrong for saying something like that. That would be like if somebody came into your house and said, oh, I hate everything about your house. I don't want to be here. This is an awful place. You would just say, leave, go home. Would that make you a racist? Would it matter what color the person was saying that? No.
Right, but I still want to sleep on your couch.
Right, right. And I want to eat all your food. And can I take a shower? Right.
Yeah.
So Shane says his dogs are looking for the cricket. And Derek said his cat's loving the cricket. So the cricket's getting a lot of attention. That's funny.
We had chicks.
Yeah, it is designed to divide us. That's the whole goal, is to divide people. Because us united, they could never stand a chance. But us divided, well, here we are. We got just a few of us together in one little chat room. And if anybody on the outside heard what we were saying, we'd probably all be called something not nice.
Tell them about the chicks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, our chicken hatched her eggs. Tommy says, I think we have about 5 so far.
5 that are hatched.
Right.
5 that
But
are
she's still sitting on quite a few. They're so cute. Radical Congress people changing American culture into theirs.
Yep.
Right. Right.
Not going to happen.
Right. And Minnesota, oh no, that was Michigan. I'm sorry. Michigan has an area near Dearborn that's just turned completely, you wouldn't recognize it as an American place anymore. People who grew up there are like, I don't even know what this place is. But she was from Minnesota, so I think Omar's from Minnesota.
The most truest statement Trump ever made was what? Yesterday? They will not turn this country into a socialist or communist country. Not going to happen.
I hope not.
No. I'm ready. I'm ready. Time to fight.
Right. We need to get more people united under the same I mean, we're all Americans. Period. What's wrong with that? I think if you say that nowadays, some people might say you're racist.
Oh, well.
So Omar's dad is a foreign asset. What do we know about his dad, Shane? Mama says our country has changed so much since those idiots did something.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. You're exactly right. 9/11. That was like something else. I mean, it was totally something else. BS. It's not been the same. When we came back to the lower 48, it's like everyone is afraid to say what's on their mind. Everybody is afraid to say what's on their mind.
You gotta walk on eggshells with your mouth.
You do. I tell my kids all the time, when we were growing up, could say anything. We said, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And we said, it was making fun. And last I knew, fun was fun. It wasn't hateful and it wasn't racist. It was fun. But when we did that, we actually told people the truth. And then if it hurt their feelings, it hopefully would get them to see.
Self-correct.
Right. Self-correct. That's the words. They would be able to see what was wrong with them or not and correct it. Now nobody has to correct anything because nobody's allowed to tell them what's wrong with them, and nobody
takes freaking responsibility.
Nobody has to take responsibility for anything that they do.
Everybody's gotta be accepted for what they are.
And that's from
like
the Peanut Gallery.
Like that 600-pound chick on the
UK on the BBC channel. Yeah, she was on a talk show.
600-pound supermodel.
600 pounds, and they're kind of one. Well, Piers Morgan's the only one. The one lady's like, "How dare you say anything bad to her?" And he's like, "Look, I don't think you should be glamorizing something unhealthy." When it was anorexic people stood up because it wasn't healthy. Now, because it's heavy people or obese people, we're all supposed to be accepting. We don't have to. We should be able to tell them, "No, I'm sorry, that not only looks bad, but it's not healthy for you."
You're killing yourself. But being overweight's one thing, but 600 pounds is something different.
And promoting it like it's a wonderful life, when clearly she admitted openly she had health problems. Nobody wants that for somebody else if they truly care about them. So why is it wrong to say, hey, you should do something about that? And not because it makes you a bad person to have extra weight. It doesn't. So Omar's dad was a Somali general and a propagandist. Well, that makes sense.
That's the one married to her brother,
There's
right?
some sort of military general in Somalia now, where now here illegally in the U.S. Yeah, I think that's why she had to marry her brother or something, was so that she could be legal.
She's part of that Fantastic Four, whatever the hell
The
they are.
squad, they're calling
The
them.
squad.
Don't want to hear how awful and evil my country is from so-called congresspersons. Go live in a different country so
From
you won't be wrong.
From communist Congress people.
Well, you know, they shouldn't be in Congress. Anybody in Congress should put America first and care about America and Americans. They should not be doing anything against it. I'm not. I've never been PC, Mama. Good for you. I've always been blunt and upfront and honest. Too bad if your feelings get hurt to hear the truth. That's good. That's how you should be. And lucky for you, you haven't run into some of these people, or maybe you have. I don't know that. Maybe they're mean. I don't know. I just don't say anything out in public anymore.
I can't help myself.
I know. I got him to talk, so I just stand back and go, okay, let him do it. No, patriots cannot wear MAGA hats in public. They say they're like the new KKK outfit or something. When they see the hat, it enrages them as much as the KKK stuff does.
Star-Lord got in trouble for wearing a "Don't Tread on Me" friggin' shirt.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know Star-Lord is, go watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah. Antifa can do whatever they want. So can a lot of the other left-wing groups or anybody left-wing. They can do what they want. And it's just fine. We all know there's a double standard. But if you speak up about it, well, they'll say you're a conspiracy theorist. MSNBC, right after Trump had that social media summit, their videos said things, their title said things like Trump invited Twitter trolls to the White House. I mean, they're very disrespectful. The media and everybody else is very disrespectful to what I think is probably the majority of Americans. I really, truly believe that despite what they put out there, the majority of Americans feel like we do. We're not as divided as we think we are. We're just not as in contact as we should be.
We need our own 5G, our own communication network, our own underground.
Well, that's because they censor us.
Our own underground.
Right, they censor us.
Because when it is going to happen, when shit hits the fan, we're going to need to communicate.
All kinds of fraud going on with student loans and immigration fraud with Omar. Her real name is, I can't say it, but I see it, Elni or something like that. Yeah. I think it's a fraud that they even got into Congress to begin with. I really do. I don't believe that anybody voted for these people. Not AOC, not Tlaib, and not Omar for sure. I just don't think so.
That's like the one asking for reparations who owned slaves.
Right, Kamala Harris.
Hypocrite.
Yeah, her family actually owned Irish white slaves. And that's okay. That doesn't get talked about. Maybe because they were white. But
yeah, they're all hypocrites, man. I think Puerto Rico had the right idea.
So we're a red and white state, and I wear an 81 hat that's red. Nobody says shit. Good for you, Shane. I think people should stand up and say what they think more. And I think that we should educate the people who are watching the mainstream media and being brainwashed. But be prepared to, have to deal with whatever comes from it, because they clearly get violent.
Does absolutely no good taking it to the streets.
No, but if you're talking, it's true. But if you're talking to a neighbor or somebody in your community, we shouldn't hide who we are or what we think, because they don't, and they feel like
they're empowered.
Right. They like
these scrawny little wimpy pukes
Right, and because they have the mainstream on their side, it's like high school. It's like watching a high school drama unfold. The popular kids all think this, so everybody else is supposed to think it too. Well, we don't.
Never had a callus or a blood blister. these little scrawny pukes. Walking around with sticks and chain bicycle locks.
They probably back off pretty quickly, Mama Sherry, because it doesn't seem like you're going to take any of their crap. And most of them don't have a leg to stand on anyway, so good for you. Conspiracy theories equals black and blue from objections to Antifa. Right.
Right, yeah.
Right, and they can get away with that. Those same squad women won't what are they asking them to do?
The Fantastic Four there.
Yeah, what's the media say? Like some of the people are saying, will you condemn? Yeah, they won't condemn those attacks.
Right. The one
the guy that tried to blow up
yeah,
the ICE facility. They won't condemn him for trying to blow up an ICE facility, try to kill people, American people. They won't condemn that. But, oh my goodness, they're drinking toilet water. I heard somebody say, I don't believe that, first of all. Second of all, I heard somebody say, well, the toilet water in America is probably cleaner than the water where they came from, so they're lucky.
Cleaner than the water in Tijuana. Okay, don't drink the water in Mexico.
So Derek says 2 cell phone use can eliminate buffering. Is that true, anyone? I don't know. He had mine on, and it was still buffering. It's right here on next to it, and it's still buffering. So it does seem to not be so true. But that's not a scientific test, so.
Yeah, you all done with Mom's hotspot? Yeah, so I can turn your hotspot off.
Shane says, I raised men in our household. Critical think is poised and knowledgeable. Thank God.
Yes.
Because that's another thing they're demonizing. They're demonizing men. Toxic masculinity. I'm sorry, but who wants a girly boy? If you wanted that, you could just be a lesbo.
Hey, watch what you say. Don't get me kicked off. Get me kicked off.
I'm sorry. See, I gotta watch what I say here too, Mama Sherry. I gotta be careful I don't offend anybody. Hi, nope. That is how we fight back. We definitely have to teach our children and at least the ones that'll listen. So toilet water is great in America, so why do you need a glass?
If it's good enough for my dog.
It's true. The dog loves it. It's cold, it seems.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Dad.
Good night, Keegan. That's good. You have to reach out to the your children's friends and all of that, because who knows what they're dealing with at home. Such wimpy people nowadays, Mama Sherry says. It's true. It's true, because nobody told them. They all got a trophy when they didn't deserve it, and everybody told them how great they were all the time when they didn't do anything special. And so, that's how you create wimpy people. Good night, Keegan, Shane said. Yeah, and we're living in a world full of them. I'm not sitting here the whole time. It's hot where we are. How's the weather where everybody else is? Yeah, I'm called Pops by all my kids. I skateboard and announce contests, and I get amongst them. That's good for you, Shane. It's good. Kids need people like you. I'm glad they have you. They're demonizing Russia because they're a traitor to the New World Order. Good. None of us want a New World Order. Well, none of us real people. Mama Sherry says she tells her kids, schooled up, or I tell my kids that there's a lot of candy asses. Yeah. I think it was a push to socialism. Everyone's on the same, and they all get the same pay and how. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what they want. They want a bunch of drones. They do want everybody the same. They want everybody to think the same.
They do want socialism. They want socialism. Yeah. They want communism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hence the reason Antifa walks around with those communist flags, the hammer and sickle. You know, it's unavoidable. Civil war is coming. It's unavoidable. We're already in a civil war.
Yeah, and thank God Hillary is not president. There are 80 degrees in Alaska. It's warm there too. Do you guys see like a heat wave that's gonna affect? I think they said like 2 million, 200 million, maybe 200. I don't know, 2 million or 200 million. I know that's a big difference, but there are a lot of people are gonna be very hot. What was it? Kansas? I think they said 111 degrees in Kansas and Chicago, and talk about mind melting. Yeah, it's hot here too, but it's kind of always hot in the desert.
But it's cool if you get shade. It's a dry heat.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
World War III is the plan to lower the population. Yeah.
Civil War too.
Yeah.
We'll be caught in a third world war and a civil war in this country at the same time. It's coming. It's unavoidable. It's already here. If any of you read the Antifa post for their fallen comrade over at the ICE office that just got shot, we're already in a civil war.
Oh.
Completely unavoidable.
No, but you're saying your daughter is now communist?
Whose daughter's communist?
Nope. I'm not sure if that's what they're saying. It says second daughter now communist. I hope not.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's brainwashing. It really is. And there's a lot of peer pressure in certain groups, like colleges and...
College, man.
It's awful. And even the professors are bad. All the public education is bad for kids nowadays. It really is.
Trust me, we know. We know.
Shane says, yeah, it's a dry heat, except around my ... We can't figure that out, except around your what? Nope. Well, I'll definitely keep that in mind when I say my prayers for sure. Hopefully she'll figure it out, and don't know what else to say about that other than I'll definitely pray for that.
Sorry.
And her boyfriend. Okay, both of them will be in the prayers. Trenton. Hi, Trenton. He says, in California, the big one is coming. Yeah, could be. Could be. Yeah, kids are smart. And I am going to pray for them for sure. But don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. And lead by example, right? You know, like kind of show them the hypocrisy and, you know, hopefully it's a phase. Let's just call it a phase. Old man committed suicide, went down in a blaze of lead, ice style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
And they have him. A lot of them are holding this guy up like he's the greatest thing. You know, they're like Antifa, like our friend and comrade. Pretty sure that's a communist statement too, right? Right. Right. And yet, when actual people get beat by Antifa and this kind of thing, nobody's holding them up like a hero for free speech or the things that matter to actual Americans. I heard that they blew up China Lake in California over some weird interdimensional incursions of some sort. Where did you hear that, Shane? Did you hear anything like that?
No.
I've been prepping up on food and water, ammunition, and going to the gym. Yeah, everybody really needs to start thinking, especially about food and water, with all the storms and rain and everything that's happened in the country, the breadbasket area, the whole thing. We're definitely looking at some food shortages and the cost just skyrocketing. So before that happens, we definitely should do the best we can to make sure we have everything we can get our hands on. Yeah. And Shane says, yeah, or that Antifa use gun violence. Yeah, well, when they have guns, it's okay. You know, apparently.
Well, that guy was a member of that Antifa gun club.
Yeah.
What the hell's the name?
I don't know.
John Brown. I know it's Brown something.
Oh, Trenton says he made some of those Civil War crackers that can last for a long time. Hey, maybe you should put the recipe up for everybody to know what that is, because I think I saw something on YouTube about that, but can survive on grass too if need be. Yeah, there's lots of things around us that you can survive on. I went just walking along the park the other day, ran into a friend of mine, and there was just a weed, what I thought was a weed growing out of the ground, and she said that the natives make tea out of it, and you just pluck 2 little pieces out of the ground, fold them up, boil them in the water, and you get a great tea. And they sell them for $4 a bundle, 1 tea bag, if you will, at the flea market, and people buy them. So
best thing about living where we're living is we're surrounded by Native Americans. We're literally, our address is on the Pueblo, and a lot of them retained a lot of the, ancient knowledge of growing food, and they're all farmers. They're all growing stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They know about the plants out here and the yucca plant, and we have tons
and the cactus. There's lots of things that you can use. Yucca can be used.
Wash your hair, brush your teeth.
Yeah, it's an antiseptic. It's a natural antiseptic. So you can use it to wash. You can use the root to make a flour and make like a flatbread out of. You can also use it to make rope, stitch up a hole in your clothes or a hole in your skin. Just using the actual leaf and plant itself, it's really cool, and it has a natural antiseptic in it. So if you actually had to sew your own wound closed, you wouldn't need Neosporin or anything because it's already in the plant. So there's a lot of stuff it does provide. God's amazing. So definitely.
Yours will stay lit. So.
Okay, you want me to do mine? You want to switch seats now?
No, not yet.
Why?
Okay.
Oh, you went off of it, so now I got to get you.
You can still use mine if you don't touch it. Still having charging problems with the phone.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, guys. Okay. ZXAZ. Hello. Native Canadian, live in the middle of Quebec.
Yeah.
Sure, there's lots of things that you can use to live off the land up there too.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine what San Francisco be like when the big one happens with all the people panicking? I can't imagine what San Francisco will be like when the big one happens with all the poop shaking around.
They probably lose more people and being trampled than the actual earthquake.
Maybe.
No.
Yeah. I actually met a few people who came through the area, and I asked them, because they had just come from San Francisco, and I asked them if it was true, if there was poop everywhere, because, you don't believe everything just because somebody said it. And they said, yeah, it's truly everywhere. There's poop everywhere. It's awful. It'll get a good flushing, Shane said.
Get poop in your backyard. It's not from the dog.
Nope says, maybe you guys post a mailing address. Perhaps someone will send you a solar charger or a hand crank charger. I think we have posted it, haven't you? Didn't you put the P.O. box up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we have. Maybe we should just do it again or put it under something.
We also got a PayPal link.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just finally did that.
Finally got a PayPal link, and we're setting up a Patreon account. PayPal link, I put it in it's in the description. And then the Patreon account, we should finish that up tomorrow. Yeah. Finish that Patreon account tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Get some money in so we can actually start doing stuff.
Yeah. So Shane says, so you guys hear how deep the Epstein case goes? Can you say Prince Andrew? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We heard that the first time around.
Yeah, we knew that, though. We definitely knew that. All those royals are royally messed up.
Mm-hmm. Remember the video of that young kid climbing naked out of the fucking window? Oh, I swear.
Trenton says, I want to storm Area 51. I'm going to drive through their fence with a pink Prius. You probably won't get shot in that. They might think you're LGBT or something. And
you tell them what LGBTQ stands for?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to make it a sandwich. I'm going to make an LGBTQ sandwich. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, yeah.
So L's lettuce, B's bacon, BTQ.
Q.
So that would be quiche, tomato, guacamole. That's the G. Guacamole and quiche. I think that actually would be pretty yummy. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm messing it up, but you can get the letters down and figure out what I'm saying.
It was funny when
It was funnier the first time when I said it right.
LGBT sounds like a sandwich. Walk into a sub shop. Yeah, give me the LGBT.
If we storm Area 51s, just wear Antifa masks. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We'll probably get away with it. We should just start doing that.
Walk around up here with Antifa masks.
And just claim to be Antifa. We'll be untouchable. Maybe George Soros will send us money.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That's what they did. Infiltrate from within. Yeah. That's what they did. We should probably all sign up for Antifa and then destroy them from within.
Shane says, look for the skater biker dude with the big mouth. Area 51 was moved over 15 years ago. Family who did that. So what are you saying? There's nothing left there now?
They're still operating, I bet.
Yep, let's do it. Yeah, they're all on board.
On Google Earth, they've been building and stuff. There's still more new structures.
Yeah, but we don't know what they're building. They could be building more FEMA camps.
I don't know. If we can get the money in a vehicle, we'll go out there. If we get the money in a vehicle,
I'll stay in the car and film from there.
I'd like to live.
I hear the state of California is banning itself because it looks like a high-capacity magazine. That wouldn't shock me. We have to change the shape. It's in Utah, Area 51. I thought it was in Nevada.
It's in Nevada.
Yeah, Groom Lake.
Groom Lake, Nevada.
Yeah. Derek says tourists would just hire bums if Antifa was gone. Yeah, pretty much anybody with no brain can get a job.
Why do you think they're letting all the illegals in? What do you think? They're just gonna let all the illegals? They got plans for them.
Okay, Diesel, we definitely will post a mailing address in the about section. He'll build us. Shane says he'll build us a couple bikes to get out there. That sounds fun. No, they moved it. Where did they move it to, Shane? Because they still have crap going on there.
I know Bob Lazar, right? Bob Lazar, I followed that whole story when I was a kid back in the 70s. Now I'm dating myself. But anyways, Bob Lazar said that there was a another part to Groom Lake. So where everyone is or thinks all the top secret stuff is in the UFOs, I think he said it was actually south. It was actually in the mountains. It's still owned by them, but you know.
Shane says it's called Area 52 and it's in Utah now.
Really? You know, everyone thought Bob Lazar was a liar and he was crazy and he was there talking about element 115, that unobtainium shit, you know, and that was back in the 70s. And sure as shit, right? What was it, like 2016?
Yeah.
They came out and vindicated the guy.
Yeah, because there is that element is there, yeah.
115. Now it's on the periodic table.
Right.
That means back in the 70s, Bob Lazar was not lying.
Or it's a Mandela effect. Joseph K5 Blazer, he wants to know if we see any UFOs out here. We've definitely seen some strange things.
Every time I hear Blazer, I just want to cry.
Oh, don't cry.
We sold blue.
But we've definitely seen some strange things. I can't say, 100%, but we've definitely seen some strange things.
We sleep outside.
Yeah.
We sleep outside in the back of
right under the stars, just like they used to in the Old West.
In the back of a Ford 700 flatbed. She made a huge bed out of the whole thing. We're sleeping outside under the stars. Have been for, unless it rains.
Right.
We have been now for like a few weeks.
Derek says the bums would turn Soros down. They probably would. That says something. That's true, though.
Well, a lot of them are vets.
And then Note says, yes, TMAZIN, they do have plans. They do. They're going to eat them all.
Yeah. Like the How to Serve Man cookbook.
They probably just moved the aliens. Yeah. They probably did. They kept everything else there, but got rid of the interesting stuff. Tunnels. Yeah, element 115. He was real. Bob was.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't a liar, man. That vindicated him when it's on the periodic table now. Element 115 friggin' vindicated Bob Lazar. He was talking about that in 78.
Yeah, lots of Mandela effects, things changing all the time. Things that change seem to be even more changed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, Trenton. Well, maybe you can put us a link or something. How did your Civil War crackers come out before I asked for the recipe? I probably should have asked that first. Are they edible? Cabal is going to eat the immigrant children, Shane says. Yeah, they already have been. They really have been. They do whatever they want to children. And that's starting to come out finally. And the weird part is it's starting to come out. And as it's starting to come out, they're trying to push this agenda of being accepting of pedophilia as a sexual preference. We're all supposed to say, oh, well, it's their sexual preference. So, who are we to judge? I mean, there's a line, people. There's a line.
They had a TED Talk on that whacked out bitch that was, oh, yeah, it's just a sexual preference. We really can't demonize them for wanting to have sex with a 3-year-old. You know?
Yeah, the TED Talks that they use for college students, watch this talk, and this kind of proves that we're right. I don't know. I
That's on
could stand
YouTube.
up and
You can
say a
find
bunch of
it on
stuff. It
YouTube.
doesn't make me right.
You can find that video on YouTube.
Yeah. Or you can watch the TED Talk yourself. I'm sure it's on there.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Normalizing perversion is part of the plan. Yeah, Satan's plan. A lot of that knowledge is disappearing now. People are eating Carl's Jr.'s and drinking Red Bull, eating Tide Pods and snorting condoms now. Yeah, we've come a long way, haven't we, Trenton? We're so civilized now.
So progressive.
That's right. That's
Holy
what you
shit.
do when you're progressive. I didn't know you could snort a condom. I hope they all go to jail. I hope so too. I do. You guys know about the Albert Pike letter? Is that what is that, Shane? Because I think I might, but I'm not sure.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. Is that if I were the devil letter, or is it something else?
I'm good, buddy.
Don't forget Chick Lake, the ice cream, put it back in the freezer, only at Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going on. That's a fun thing to do, guys. Yeah. There was another, I don't know.
There's tons of them doing it now.
Yeah, and there was another video where this very unattractive SJW-looking woman was walking around the store very loudly and disgustingly burping on all the products as she walked by, talking about how much she knows everybody's going to want them now that she's put her burp on them. It's very strange. It makes me not want to go to the grocery store at all. I'm really glad the chickens are having chickens and the bunnies are having bunnies and the garden's okay. And yeah, I'm really glad. Snort a condom. Is that like huffing? I don't know, Derek. I'm just as interested in that, surprisingly. I'd like to know more about that, too. Stupid, huh? No, Shane. The Citibank plutonymy memo from 2001. Nope, I don't know about that either.
I have to look that up.
Now you see that doesn't happen in communists. You guys, I really enjoy your comments and talking with you guys. You make me laugh. Oh no, nobody wants to know about that. Ew. Ew. Ugh. Sorry.
I'm going to the link to Jackmate. Let them see it on their own.
No.
Okay, I definitely will, Shane. Thank you for the information. He said check out those two things for a bigger picture on the deep state. Yeah, I'll get that. Albert Pike and what was the other one? Citibank. I'm probably not going to say the word right. Plutonymy memo from 2001. Shane says check those out if we want to know, get the bigger picture on the deep state.
What's your phone at?
It's been a commie plot for 150 years. Oh yeah, easily. I'm not sure if it wasn't even longer than that. I really am not. We've definitely. I always say we get our truth from our fiction, and our fiction from where we're supposed to get our truth, like the news media. Yeah. And so things like Captain America, Hail Hydra, infiltrate from within, Operation Paperclip. Seems a little familiar. And that's not the only one, but that's the one that stands out at the moment. Shane says they tell all the CEOs to go big.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, Nope says I've seen it a long time ago.
11 o'clock, we should start wrapping this up. I want to turn the Jenny off.
Okay. Adrian says only at Walmart. Crazy stuff happens at Wally World. Yeah, crazy people are. Some of those videos where you just see pictures of the different people at Walmart, it's hysterical. 3 City State is a big connection too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's my Max.
Right. I'm gonna go turn that off. You can sit here and talk for a little bit,
but yeah, not for too long. Yeah.
I need a flashlight.
We're on a time limit because we're on an electrical limit. There you go. It's getting late. The neighbors will get upset if the generator's on too late.
It's 11.
Okay, Shane. Much love and respect to you too. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again. We're gonna try to do this a lot more often. So. If it wasn't China, Russia, USA would just invade countries. Pretty sure that a lot of the people at the top are all doing what they want anyway. So I don't know what you guys think of that, but I don't think that they're just on their own. What's Max doing in the background? You look like you're dancing. Thank you, Lady Jane. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. I had a lot of fun. I know I missed a live stream. Apparently slept through a lot of fun. It was mostly Max's live stream from what I heard.
Bike generator.
More car batteries or pedal a bike generator, put one kid on it.
I will. I'll pedal.
Thank you, Max. Remember you said that. I have a witness. Right, Derek? He said he'd pedal.
And also train me if I need to.
We'll
EMP
definitely do
goes
more
off.
of these. We'll do one tomorrow before the sun goes down.
EMP goes off. No more cards. Pedal, pedal, pedal.
Shane says, yeah, Max, stay tough.
Mm.
You're going to say goodnight to Shane? He's going to go to bed.
Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for showing up.
Just
Yeah.
imagine.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun. It really is.
it really is. I love to hear from you guys and what you're thinking. And it's good to know that you're not alone and that other people are thinking the same way as you, because the rest of the world would have you think that everybody thinks like them.
And we're in liberal health.
Okay, they call me 2Q Aloha, not Derek. All right, 2Q Aloha. Sorry about that. I think you said that at the beginning. Shows you how much I pay attention.
But that'd be funny. Just.
Thank you, Diesel.
But yeah, we're in liberal hell up here. They have no idea.
Yeah, we're talking about building our own wall because we are definitely in liberal health. Definitely.
Seriously, they're laughing, but someday
Yeah,
they
we
might
were
see a
thinking about
GoFundMe
doing
page.
right. We were thinking about doing a GoFundMe page to build our own wall, because if you saw our newspaper, our little town newspaper, oh gosh, you guys would
I
really
think
know.
you should read some tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll read one of the articles, or maybe show you some of the articles from it tomorrow when we do the live stream. You guys will really maybe want to help us with that GoFundMe page.
Just imagine. EMP goes off. I get on a bike.
Stay out of Santa Fe, definitely. But we're not far from there, and so like we get the dregs from Santa Fe, who are just as crazy.
We're about 45,
Good night, Joseph.
45 minutes to
Night.
Santa Fe and 45 minutes to Albuquerque. We're right in the Santa Fe National Forest.
Good night, Lady Jane.
Good night, Lady Jane. You rock, Lady Jane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do anything else. And Mama Sherry and
you can grab the mouse. Say
Nope.
Say goodnight to everybody.
And
grab the mouse.
ZXAZ.
Mom.
And I don't want to miss anybody.
No, I'll show. I want her to learn how to do this.
2Q, Aloha, and Joseph.
So when you're all done,
Use the mouse and
hit stop broadcast.
Okay, if you ride, let us know. You don't have to shout. We'll give you directions. Bring your tent.
Camp under 7 acres.
All right, what do I do, Tom?
Hit stop broadcasting on a computer.
Oh.
Use the mouse.
Okay. Good night, guys. I'm going to hit the button now.
Hello.
I think.
Yeah.
There you go.